Peep, what is up, ninjas? My name is Semworld, and today I'm going to be reacting to this Reddit post here. Semworld is the biggest joke of a YouTuber I've ever seen. I'm also going to be showing a little bit of the music that these guys have that I did a little mini live stream to see what people are saying about them as well. Gonna do these two ways. You're gonna roast me and I'll roast you back. But pretty much let's get started with this, guys. This subreddit did this post, CDM production, 156 upvotes. So a lot of people have a lot to say. Semworld is the biggest joke of a YouTuber I've ever seen. Now, it's since then been removed, but I'll give you guys the Cliff Note versions of it. One, a guy goes into feedback stream with 400 people watching, expects me to review his track. I call it shit. He gets mad that I don't give him a highly detailed feedback with 400 people waiting for the tracks to be heard. He says that because it was glitch hop and it wasn't future based that I didn't like it, and that I think too highly of myself because Lost Frequencies is using my sounds, and because, you know, or just an uplifter, that's the way he stated it. And Kashmir acknowledged me, and how dare I make YouTube tutorials when I've done nothing. So let me respond to this guy first. Number one, yeah, I did roast you. Yeah, I'm an asshole on the stream. I do it for entertainment purposes. When I do these streams, if I don't act like an asshole, if I don't be funny, my views go down dramatically. On account of when I act like an asshole, like myself in real life, I get 400 plus views. That's the way I am, you know, so that's the way I'm gonna be, and that's the way I'm in real life. And if I change that, I feel like I'm not gonna have fun doing these live streams anymore. Second, yeah, Lost Frequencies uses my stuff, and he used a lot of it. Drum loops, presets, these are all from the confession pack. So give me that at least. Don't try and take everything else away from me and belittle me. The next thing that he goes on to say is the Kashmir thing. Now, I don't think highly of myself because of this stuff, because in the end, the way I see it, all the support I'm getting is to let you guys know, my followers, my subscribers, that, yo, Semworld has not gotten a track signed, but he has these guys supporting his tutorials like Tachami, you know, fucking Kashmir, and Jay Hardway as well. They all follow me on Twitter and shit, you know, so this lets you guys know that, yo, this guy's just not talking out of his ass. Maybe the stuff he's teaching is actually quite decent. With that being said, you move on to say that, how dare I make tutorials? Well, you don't need to be a doctor to teach biology. You don't need to cure cancer to teach about cancer. You don't need to be a rocket scientist or win the World Cup to teach soccer. Same thing here, guys. Moving on. Now, the next one, I Can't Stand Multiplier and Semworld terrible channels by film musicians. I'll give you that. I guess you could call me a film musician because I never did anything with music, but my channel is heavily revolved around sound design, and I am doing a living doing sound design. I'm making more than if I would have gone to school, I'm gonna say. So in my opinion, you know, I am doing a lot of things with that. Terrible channels, well, that's your opinion, and I don't know why you gotta put my boy Multiplier in there. Come on, man, leave Multiplier alone, baby. I've always wanted to say this, but was scared that people would downvote me to eternity. Well, you don't need to care about what you say, man. Online, you have anonymity, so no one's gonna know if you go, I kill babies, that you're, you know, who you are. So you can be like, Semworld fucking sucks. By all means, do it. Yeah, poor quality tutorials with lots of buzzwords and trashy music. Well, trashy music, man, if you think Future Bounds, Big Room, and all that is trashy music, then you're probably making electronica, trance, or something like along those lines. But as long as buzzwords, I'm actually the opposite of that. I don't like to use fancy lingo and all that, because I try to be as non-pretentious as I can with these videos, because in the end, we're just trying to make music, and EQ is an EQ. I don't need to be like it's a linear phase EQ, and I'll get into the math of it, because in the end of the day, you don't need to know that stuff to make the music that you want to make. Guys' ego is out of control. Well, I guess to a certain extent, but I just try to be confident when I'm explaining stuff, you know? I don't want to go up and do a presentation and be like, I'm going to act very unconfident so that you guys don't think I have a big ego. You know, it's about presenting it and being confident about it. I'd much rather watch Senex, San Griffin, and Wilford tutorials. They have released on labels, but yeah. If that is your decision, that's your decision. You can choose to follow someone because they're signed, or you can choose to follow one because they're good teachers. So totally up to you. If that's your like decision factor of following, then don't follow me because I don't have a release under the Semworld. I just generally like YouTubers that make music production videos but think that they also have to be comedians. It's just distracting to me. This one is kind of, yeah, because, you know, we have channels like Edwin and Aces Traces coming on in a year. They have a shit ton of subscribers. I started making tutorials like just very boring, very monotone, and it took me a while to get to where I'm at right now. So you see these type of channels doing this, you think to yourself, I need to evolve my channel or else I'm going to become irrelevant. I don't want to be a channel where I have like, you know, 100,000 subscribers and I only get 1,000 to 2,000 views per video. That's what I don't want. So I have to evolve the channel so that people, new subscribers, come and like it, and hopefully the old ones that like me for what I used to do still like the new format. That's all I really can say, but I agree with you there. But that's just the way YouTube is right now, man. You have to evolve. He takes other people's sound banks, twists a knob or two, and releases them as his own. Well, I do live streams where I do my sounds live for you guys for a reason, to kind of get people that say this kind of stuff and just pretty much shut them up. So I have Psytrance, Sound Design live streams, Future Bounce live streams. I used to like his stuff, but he's getting more and more boring. I don't like when he's trying to be funny because it doesn't make me laugh at all. Very subjective, of course, just personal opinion, but I agree you think it's that. There's no point to make comedy and then teach stuff about producing. Just do it separately. Again, some people like that. I haven't clicked on a video of his for months. Well, you're making techno, so obviously I made a couple of techno tutorials. I haven't made any, so I don't expect you to watch my videos on Future Bounce and Sidetrance if you're not making techno. AF said, exactly. Also, most of his tutorials are extremely basic. Thank you. That's actually a very good compliment because it means that the stuff I'm teaching is making you think that it's basic, and that's what I want to portray. Music shouldn't be about how complex your programming is. It should be about the idea. And you know, if you don't believe in this, go watch the Kashmir Masterclass where he talks about how being basic is the way to go rather than trying to be pretentious, like, oh yeah, like we're gonna talk about inner sample peaking. Like, nigga, you don't need to know that to make music. Person's music is the skill at which they can teach, and I gotta say, Samuel's music along with multipliers is pretty bad. Well, Pyrotech, we are gonna react to some of your songs and we'll see what people say, but I think that this is totally wrong because you can have amazing producers that suck at teaching. So yeah, they're gonna be bad at teaching it. So you know, it's all about how someone can get this information out there. The reason I make tutorials is because I feel like I can make it and put it into simpler terms, more basic terms, rather than being pretentious about it and being like, well, today we're gonna use a linear phase EQ to EQ and do a 6 dB slope. Like, what the fuck, man? No one's gonna understand it that wants to learn production. So I'm going to teach it the way I know and make it as basic as I can. The song structure makes sound design rhythm the vibe. I really wanted to at least have one thing. It's so hard to feedback. As you're going to see, I'm going to play your song to a stream right now, and it's so hard to feedback the track. Like, seriously, how am I supposed to tell you to improve on something like that? Yeah, he makes good stream tutorials. Never really bother watching the feedback section. Thank you, Abinu. I appreciate that. Expect him not to be an asset. I watch his YouTube, I guess. There's more comments that talks about it, but you know, it's just people. If they something good, they get roasted by other people. And all I'm gonna say, guys, is that a lot of the people on the subreddit, you know, they make stuff that's not what I teach. So of course they're gonna have a bad taste in their mouth about me if they're very elitist about it. Yeah. Everything sounds loose as shit, man, because there's not enough compression. So this is my point, man. If you're gonna talk hate, like shade or something, like, come on, man. Like, you know, I'm gonna fire back for sure. I mean, because I believe in what I'm teaching, and come on, man. Like, oh, shit, man. This one's super bad. It's just like, how do you make this and talk shit on somebody else? Like, that's what I don't get. You know, that's what I don't get, man. You know, like back then in the day, like these type of guys would always fucking comment on my videos like, you fucking suck, you piece of shit, like stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck, man? Do I suck that much? And then I go hear their music and it's like shit, but I still feel bad. Nowadays, I'm more like, all right, so who bit you in the ass? So actually, this one's not too bad. So Jamie, you can say stuff if you want, like fuck you and stuff. See, if he commented and then I read it, I'll be like, fucking Jamie, you fucker. I want to say something back, but I can't. But I'll give this song props. This song, if it came on the feedback stream, I'll be like, this is a good song. So again, not as bad as the others. All right, guys, and that's the end of the video. I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know how I feel about the hate. I personally don't really care about it, but I wanted to make a video because one, it would be entertaining, and two, I want to show you guys that I care, and also that, again, you know, it's more about keeping it simple and making the music. Yeah, Kashmir supports some of my videos. Yes, you know, I have these people following my work, but in the end, it's more for you guys, giving you guys reassurance that when you're following my videos, I'm not just talking out of my ass. There's some information that is meant to be learned there. With that being said, and yes, you guys take care. I'll have a video, educational one for you guys today, and you guys have an amazing day.